All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit our goal of 8,000 subs. Thank you guys very much. We're going to be giving away a jersey on our live show here soon. But, guys, we're looking at 9K subs now. We're getting to Thanksgiving time. We're getting to Christmas time. We would love to hit 10Ks by December 22nd, 23rd, somewhere around there, so we can give someone $1,000 for the Christmas gifts. That'd be a huge lift off someone's shoulders. So please get us a 10K. We love what we're doing. Thank you guys for the support. 12K subs after the 10K. We're going to send someone to a game. Probably not the Super Bowl. Don't get any ideas, guys. But we're going to do our best to send you guys to two people to a couple games of your choice. That's probably not the Super Bowl. But, guys, thank you again for all the support. Let's get into the video.
We playing basket.
Moncaro started 8-1. He started hot too.
Let's get right into it from here. All right, guys, let's get into our NBA picks and props for Friday, November 10th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Start us off.
Yeah, at the moment, boys, 0 for 0, but it's looking pretty good because I gave out the Magic plus 2.5 against the Hawks. They're keeping in it. Trey Young's having a damn good game, and they're matching them basically point for point. So they just need to withhold the Trey Young, but not too much because Trey Young does need to keep it going. But so far, they just need to keep it going, and they're going to cover for us. I got to believe it.
Seth.
Yeah, and I was on the Hawks here in this one. I just think the Hawks are the better team. I don't know. Magic are good at defense, but I don't trust their offense, which is why I went with the Hawks. That's where I went with my pick. Pick the Hawks. They just gotta go out there and win the game.
Yes, so far so good for you. Atlanta, 42 points in the first 15 minutes of the game, but it is 42-37. I had the Magic on the money line. I didn't want to mess with the points, so I did take the young team on the money line in Mexico for this game. But guys, let's take a look at the plays for tomorrow. Trey, how do you start us off?
Yeah, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that intro. Me and Bear like to get down a little bit, but I'm going to be attacking this New Orleans Pelicans at Houston Rockets game. It's going to be a pretty interesting game to watch. Both teams, they have been playing some competitive basketball this season. The Pelicans, they do check in this game with a 4-4 record and our 4-4 ATS this season. It is pretty interesting. They have covered all their wins, and whenever they lose the game, they have not covered that game as well. So that is an interesting trend. And the Rockets, they come this game with a 4-3 record and our 4-3 ATS as well. And actually similar to the Pelicans, they have covered all their wins, and they have not covered in their losses. But I do love the Rockets in this game. I'm going to take them on the money line at minus 130. Both these teams, they are not coming into the game with the same momentum. And this New Orleans team, they have lost 3 straight games to the Hawks, to the Nuggets, and to the Timberwolves, losing those 3 games by an average score of 126-107 by 19-point differential. So they have not been playing very good basketball. And much of that can be attributed to CJ McCollum being out for the Pelicans. And he's going to continue to be out for them for the foreseeable future. And the Rockets, they come this game on a 4-game winning streak. And they beat the Hornets, and they beat the Kings twice, and they beat my Los Angeles Lakers. And they won those 4 games by an average score of 121-99. Their defense has simply been smothering. Dylan Brooks, I got to give it to him. I hate the guy so very much, but he's playing some very good basketball and honestly living up to that massive contract. And I do expect that to continue here in this game. New Orleans, they have seemed to be struggling and kind of, scrambling since losing CJ McCollum. And this Rockets defense is not a team that you want to be facing whenever you're kind of scrambling around. They give you no room to breathe. So give me the Rockets here on the money line versus the Pelicans.
Someone clip it that Trey said Dylan Brooks deserves that contract. Seth, go ahead.
Yeah, that made me giggle. That's all I'm going to say. That made me.
Hey, but I also prefaced it. I said, I hate the guy so much. You got to clip that as well.
Yeah, you can also put lockdown LeBron James last night.
He is the new age Lance Stevenson. I tell you what.
All right, go ahead, Seth.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to the 76ers versus Pistons. And when I saw this come out at minus 7.5, I thought we were going to be pushing 10, 11. I love this. I love this for the 76ers here at minus 7.5. Ever since the trade of James Harden, the 76ers team has found a new gear. They're coming off a very impressive win against the Celtics. In the game before that, they put up 146 points. They're doing this because they no longer have to worry about the Harden drama and can now just focus on playing basketball with the team that they have. And let me tell you, this is still a pretty solid team that they have put together. But they are getting a lot out of their supporting cast around Embiid, and they should really be able to beat this Pistons team that is young and still in the process of a full-blown rebuild. Yes, the Pistons have some very talented players, but they are not quite there yet. They're not ready. and they're going to be running into a hot 76ers team in this game. No one in this game is going to be able to keep Embiid in check, and the 76ers should stay on a roll in this game against the Pistons here. So give me these 76ers minus 7.5 against the Pistons.
Yeah, I like that one as well. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Sacramento Kings. I'm going to take the over in this matchup. It should be a fast-paced, high-scoring game between the two good offenses. Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been electric to watch this season. They've scored over 124 points in 4 of their last 5 games. In their last game, they scored 128 points on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are said to have one of the best defenses in the entire NBA this season. Even without their best player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they scored 140 points against the Golden State Warriors 2 games ago. So this team, they can score, and they can score in bunches on the other side. We're not going to have the Aaron Fox probably in this game, but the Sacramento Kings have been struggling to score the ball in 3 consecutive games, but they got back on track, scoring 121 against the Portland Trail Blazers. The first 4 games of the season, the Kings scored 130-plus points in 3 of those 4 games. And going up against this Oklahoma City defense, we should see them hovering around the 120-plus point mark. I think both these teams can easily score 120-plus points, so I'm going to take the over in this matchup. I think it's pretty low. I think it was 224. Is that correct?
You have 224.5.
That's too low. Too low for these teams. I love the over as my play. Guys, go over the player props. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, at the moment, I am 0 for 0, but I did give out Trae Young over 33.5 PAs going up against the Orlando Magic. Like I said earlier, he started off the game hot, and I just needed the Magic to just keep up pace with Trae Young because Trae Young's basically the entire Hawks offense at the moment. The game is currently in the second quarter, and Trae Young, he has 17 points, and combine that with 3 assists. So 20 PAs at the moment. We just need him to keep chugging, but as soon as he hits our number, just, ride the bench.
Seth.
Yeah, and Paolo Banchero came out at 26.5 points assist. He's currently at 8 points, 1 assist. He's taking his little break in the first half. He'll get back in there and start getting to work.
Yeah, and I had Franz Wagner over 20.5 points going against the Hawks. It came out a little bit higher than I thought it would, but I said I was going to play it up to 21.5, so I did play it at 20.5. He currently has 6 points in the second quarter. He's 2 of 7 from the field, so not a great shooting night so far, but we got a lot of game left for him to get that. And the Magic are down by 10 right now, so hopefully he's on the court for the majority of the game as well. But let's take a look at the player prop for tomorrow, Trey. I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to take a guy that I attacked a lot last season. Give me James Harden over 6.5 assists versus the Dallas Mavericks. Harden, he has only played 2 games for the Clippers this season, and surprisingly, he's honestly playing a lot of minutes. He's averaging 33.5 minutes per game through his first 2 games, but throughout those minutes, he is knocking off a significant amount of rust because Harden, he's only averaging 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and only 5.5 assists per game. But I do like his chances here to pile up the assists in this game because over his last 2 games versus Kyrie and Luka on the Mavericks, Harden, he averaged 12.5 assists per game against them last season. Yes, I know that was with the 76ers and the auto assist with Joel Embiid, but he still has a lot of knockdown shooters on the Clippers. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they are not either people to dribble out the ball. And whenever you pass them the ball, they're just going to stop and shoot on a dime. And that's going to give us a ton of opportunities, not to mention the usual Harden pick and roll for a few assists in this game. I feel like this 7 assist number is just too easy, especially since this is his 3rd game here with the Clippers. He's feeling a lot more comfortable with them. So give me James Harden to go over 6.5 assists versus the Mavericks.
I like the play. That was our favorite play last year. He was your golden goose. Mine was CJ McCollum. So glad to see the golden goose back for you, Seth.
And we can't forget, James Harden is the system. We can't forget that.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go to the 76ers, and I'm going to take Tobias Harris over points, rebounds. And I know, guys, not the 76ers player you would think about taking when taking a prop, but Harris is my type of player. He's been an extremely important piece on the 76ers team's success so far this season. He's been really consistent and has really thrived early on this year in more of a scoring role as they needed more out of him this season with Harden no longer being with the team. Harris has scored 15 or more points in every game this season and is averaging a very nice 6.4 rebounds per game. The 76ers need production from guys outside of Embiid and Maxey, and so far the answer has been Harris. He's a glue guy and is a hard worker, which is what I like most about Harris. He's always been overlooked, but he keeps his head down and works day in, day out, and he's been a great complementary piece his whole career. And now a team is asking a little more from him, and he has answered the bell so far. I look for him to keep up his good play, so I'm going to take his over PRs in this game.
Yeah, I like that one as well, Seth. For my play today, I'm going to take Lou Dort to go over 2+ threes made in this game. I'm going to play this up to 2.5 threes made. I think 3.5 is a little bit too high for him, so I'm going to play it up to 2.5. I don't have a line when I was typing this out, so I'm going to go off the past games. This should be set between 2 and 3 for him, but Dort has been on fire from three-point range this season, and surprisingly enough, guys, he's taking less threes this season than he did last year. So far this season, he's taking 5 threes per game, and he's making 2.6 of them. He's shooting 52.5% from three, and he's shooting 53.4% from the field. And the reason I'm taking his over threes and not his over total points is because he shoots 5 threes per game, and he only shoots 9 times per game. So he's taking over 50% of his shots from behind the arc. So I might as well take his three-pointers made and hope he does cash in on 2 or 3 made threes instead of banking on him making all of his 2-point shots. But over the last 4 games, Dort has been heating up from the outside. He's made 3+ threes in 3 of those 4 games, a lot of threes there. And I think he stays hot tonight in this game, which should be a high-scoring game between the Sacramento Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Give me Lou Dort over his 3-pointers made as my play. Guys, go over to the graphics. Seth, start us off.
Yeah, I have the 76ers spread, came out at -7.5. I love that here against the Pistons. Then I am going to take Tobias Harris's over points, rebounds. He's been super, super consistent for the 76ers this year. He's now the 3rd guy, and he's lived up to it so far. I'm going to ride with it here in this game.
Trey?
Yeah, I gave out the Houston Rockets on the money line versus the New Orleans Pelicans. I expect their defense to smother them in that game, and they can outscore them because they're going to hold the Pelicans to under 100. And I also gave out James Harden over 6.5 assists versus the Mavericks. Harden, in this same matchup last season, he had double figures in both those games.
Yeah, I'm going with the over 224.5 points score between the Thunder and the Kings. I think that game soars over the over there. And then I'm going to, I guess past Bear thought Oklahoma City -2 was the play. So I'll give out Oklahoma City -2 as my play as well. And then give me Lou Dort over 2 threes made, play up to 2.5 threes made. Don't go over 3, though. I think 3 is too much. But play it between 2 and 3. I love that play there. But guys, let's take a look at the teams. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, thank Past Bear for giving out 2 winners right there. But my team, they absolutely dominated in day one. I was the only one holding them back. The only play that has played so far was Tyrese Halliburton. I know it was sweaty. I don't know. I did not see the final box score, so I don't know if he hit the under 15.5 RA at the moment. But I have a lot of confidence in all these other plays. Trae Young, my play is trending towards hitting. No jinx right there. And then Capella, he's going to dominate for basically my entire team, it looks like.
Kind of a jinx, but let's go to my team. I got a lot of coin flips. I didn't have a whistle today, so none of my guys showed up. If you are on my team, please comment #bear and a player prop. If you want to replace somebody on here and they don't comment yourself, #bear and a player prop. I'll get some new people in here so we can get a full team going. But yeah, DeJounte, I don't know anything about. Franz Wagner, I know he has a couple boards. He's been doing boards and assists instead of points in this game. So hopefully he does pick up all of that. And we need a big night from Franz Wagner, it looks like, for our team. But Seth, let's take a look at your team.
Yeah, and this is completely off base, but if you watch the NCAA basketball props, Mahaney has hit his over in the first quarter. He has 17 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So on to my team. I did get a full team. Finally filling out. Thanks, Ty Coker, and thanks, World News X. Guys, I was real irritated because Tyler Hero played 8 minutes and twisted his ankle. So I put up the only loss because somebody did not stay in the game. There's not much I can do about that, but I still feel bad because everybody else put up a win and I didn't. So after talking my big game, I better back it up now.
I was wondering how you were the only loss on that team. That's
yeah.
Well, it's easy to put up wins whenever half your wins are coins.
Oh, true. And let's get to the coin. Good segment, Trey. Good segue here, Trey. Let's get to the coin because I got 3 flips, and I'm going to have Trey flip it, and when it lands, I'm going to call it so I get the win. All right, go ahead.
Good luck.
Thank you. Tails. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding.
Dang, what an O, dude.
There we go.
Right,
that's a new strat, though. That's okay. All right, here we go. Heads.
All right.
Tails.
Oh,
this is dumb. I mean, it has to be tails. It went heads.
There we go.
I'll take the 2-1. I will take the 2-1. That's good enough. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for NBA plays and props for Friday, November 10th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe channel below and join us for our live on Friday night, 7 p.m. I forget every damn time on Thursdays. Join us for our live, 7 p.m. Central. Good questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,